Hello friends, welcome to our channel Infinity Learn Mathematics in a Simple Way. In the last video we have learned the how to use the formulas of derivative. So in this video we are going to solve the all previous year questions of 1 marks that may appear in the exam, that will already appeared in the examination, and these are the most possible questions for 1 marks in the part A, question number 5, 1 marks. So let us will solve the problems on the derivative for 1 marks most possible. These are the very important problems for the point of your examination. So try to understand here how to solve this problem. If the question will be given in this manner, yes, find dy by dx. The question here, find dy by dx if y is equal to, what is given here, sine x square. This question has been asked September 2020 and July 2017. So let us do the solution of this problem. So write the solution and try to understand this problem. Take the given function first, y is equal to sine x square. Yes, in the last video we learned the in the last two videos we learned the how to use the formulas. So differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Y will become what here? Dy by dx. So derivative of sine is what? Cos. Derivative of sine with respect to x is what? Cos x. Instead of x, what is here? 2x. Instead of x, what is here? 2x. And then this derivative of x square is what? 2x. Derivative of x square is what here? 2x. And derivative of x is what? 1. So we use the here? Three formulas, that is derivative of sine x is what? Cos x. Yes. Then derivative of x square is what? 2x. Derivative of x square is what? 2x. And derivative of x, how it is 2x? X raised to n minus 1, that is 2x raised to 2 minus 1 is what? 1. And derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1 here. Yes. Derivative of sine is what? Cos x square. This x is what? X square. Derivative of x square is what? 2x. Then derivative of this x is what? 1. So last step, dy by dx is equal to 1 into 2. X is what? 2x. First we are writing the 2x, then cos x square. So this carries the 1 marks. This question has been asked in the September 2020 and July 2017. So come to the second problem. If y is equal to sine ax plus b, write the first solution. First step, write the given function as it is. Y is equal to sine ax plus b. Yes, y is equal to sine ax plus b. Yes, differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of sine. Derivative of y is what? Dy by dx. Derivative of sine is what? Cos ax plus b. And derivative of x is what? 1. 1 into a. This derivative of z is what? B is what? 0, because b is what? Constant here. A plus 0. And in the last step, dy by dx is equal to a into a plus 0 is what? A into cos means what? A cos ax plus b. Yes. So this question has been asked in the year July 2018, question number 5 for 1 marks. So in the next question, this question has been asked in the 2 times, that is March 2019 and March 2015. Find dy by dx if y is equal to, yes, take the given function, write the solution first. Y is equal to sine x square plus 5. Differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y is what? Dy by dx. Derivative of sine is what? Cos. So write x square plus 5 as it is after writing the cos. Then derivative of x square is what? 2x. Then derivative of 5 plus derivative of 5 is what? 0, because 5 is what? Constant. So we are not writing that one. So this is enough for 1 marks. Yes. Derivative of sine is what? Cos x square plus 5 as it is. Then derivative of x square is was 2x plus derivative of 5 is 0. 2x plus 0 is what? 2x. Come to the next problem. Differentiate sine root x. Observe here, dear friends, dear students. Here what is given? Differentiate is given. Here y is not given. We have to take y is equal to, for this function only we have to take. If it is not given in terms of y is equal to, at that time you have to take the what? Y is equal to sine root x. I think we did this problem at the time of the what? How to use the what? Formulas. It is also very important problem. Differentiate with respect to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Y will become what here? Dy by dx. Derivative of sine is what? Dy by dx. Wait a minute. Dy by dx. This derivative of sine is what? Cos. This is root x is treated as what? X. Derivative of sine is what? Sine root x is what? Cos root x. And derivative of root x is what? 1 by root of x, and derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1. So first derivative of sine, then derivative of root x, then derivative of x. This function is differentiated 3 times. Yes, last step, dy by dx is equal to 1 into 1, 1 into cos root x is what? Cos root x divided by root x. So this is the what? Final answer. So this question is also very important for the point of your exam. So I think you are understanding the what all the problems. If you have any doubts, give the feedback in our video. Yes. If y is equal to cos 1 minus x, find dy by dx. It is very simple problem, dear friends. This question has been asked June 2014. Write the first given function y is equal to cos 1 minus x. Differentiate with respect to x. Dy by dx. Derivative of cos is what? Minus sine 1 minus x. Then derivative of 1 is what? 0. Derivative of x is what? 1. 0 minus derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1. 0 minus 1 is what? Minus 1. Minus 1 into minus sign is what? Minus 1 into minus plus. Dy by dx is equal to what? Sine 1 minus x. Yes. Next question. If y is equal to, let us try to understand y is equal to cos root x. Y is equal to cos root x. This question has been asked March 2017 and June 2015. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y is what? Dy by dx. Derivative of cos is what? Minus sine root x. Derivative of root x is what? 1 by 2 root x. I am directly writing here divided by 2 root x, because 1 into sine root x is what? Sine root x again. Next, this question has been asked in the what? March 2017 and June 2015. Next problem, if y is equal to tan root x, this question has been asked in the what? March 2020. Write the given function first. Y is equal to tan root x. As we know that the derivative of tan is what? Sec square x. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y with respect to x is what? Dy by dx. Derivative of tan is what? Sec square root x. And this derivative of root x, after differentiating the tan, we have to differentiate the what? Root x. Derivative of root x is what? 1 by 2 root x. 1 divided by 2 root x. Then derivative of x is what? 1. X with respect to x is what? 1. So last step, dy by dx is equal to 1 into sec square root x is what? Sec square root x divided by 2 root x. Yes. Next question, differentiate sine into the bracket cos x square. Y is equal to, take the given function as a y. It is also very important problem for the point of your exam. Sine cos x square. First we have to differentiate sine, then cos, then x square, then x. This function is going to be differentiated the what? 4 times. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of sine is what? Cos. Dy by dx is equal to derivative of sine is what? Cos. Derivative of sine is cos x square. Wait a minute, I did the mistake here. derivative of sine. First this derivative of this sine is what? Cos. Write cos x square in the bracket as it is. Yes. Now derivative of cos x square is what? Minus sine x square. Then derivative of this x square is what? 2x. And derivative of this x is what? 1. Yes. Here once again, first derivative of sine x is what? Cos. Instead of x, what is here? Cos x square is there. And derivative of cos is what? Minus sine x square. And derivative of x square is what? 2x. Then derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1. The last step, 1 into 2x is what? 2x. dy by dx is equal to, I am writing this minus sign outside. Minus sign take outside. 1 into 2x is what? 2x into cos of cos x square into sine x square. This is the what? Final solution of the problem. So next one, if y is equal to cos sine x, write the given problem first. Y is equal to cos sine x. Y is equal to cos sine x. Differentiate with respect to x. Y will become what? Dy by dx. Derivative of cos is what? Minus sine of sine x. And derivative of sine is what? Cos x. Derivative of x is what? 1. We are not writing that one. So this is the what solution. Once again, derivative of cos is what? Minus sine. This sine x as it is. Then derivative of sine x is what? Cos x. And derivative of x is what? 1. Last step, dy by dx is equal to minus 1 into sine is what? Sine. Sine of sine x into cos x. Yes. To cos x. July 2016. Next problem. Write the given function first. Y is equal to tan 2x plus 3. Differentiate with respect to x. As we know that derivative of tan is what? Sec square x. Instead of x, what is here? 2x plus 3. dy by dx is equal to derivative of tan is what? Sec square. Sec square 2x plus 3. And derivative of x is what? 1. 1 into 2. 2 we are writing backside here. Plus derivative of 3 is what? 0. No need to write the 0. 2 plus 0 is what? 2. 2 into sec square 2x plus 3 is what? 2 sec square 2x plus 3. Next problem. Find dy by dx if y is equal to sec into the bracket tan root x. Dear student, as I told you, remaining formulas, that is sec x and cosec x, we are using directly at the time of the solving the problem. So now this example, this problem is related to that. Derivative of sec x with respect to x is what? Sec x into tan x. Instead of x, what is here? Tan x is there. So write this one. Listen carefully and observe here carefully. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y is what? Dy by dx. Derivative of sec, this is what? X. Derivative of sec x is what? Sec x into tan x. Sec x means what? Tan root x. Tan x means what? Tan of tan root x. Yes. After applying the derivative of sec x, what is the derivative of tan root x? Derivative of tan x is what? Sec square root x. And derivative of root x is what? 1 by 2 root of x. And derivative of x is what? 1. Listen carefully. Derivative of sec x means what here? Tan root x is there. Derivative of sec is what? Sec x into tan x. Then derivative of this tan root x is what? Sec square root x. And derivative of root x is what? 1 by 2 root x. Then derivative of x is what? 1. After differentiating, you may leave up to here only. You will get the what? Marks for this problem. Okay. No doubt. This is the what? Final solution. If y is equal to e raised to minus x, Write this one. Y is equal to e raised to minus x. Differentiate with respect to x. Y will become what? Dy by dx. Derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x, that is minus x. And derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1. Here what is the sign here? Minus that we have to write the what? Minus sign with the what? Sign. And minus 1 into e raised to minus x is what? Minus e raised to minus root x. Next, March 2018. This problem has been asked in the March 2018. So if y is equal to e raised to x cube, e raised to x cube, differentiate with respect to x, dy by dx, derivative of e raised to x cube is what? E raised to x cube. Then derivative of this x cube is what? 3x square. According to the formula of what? X raised to n, nx raised to n minus, here n means what? 3. 3 comes to the what? Back side. 3 minus 1 is what? 2, and derivative of x is what here? 1. So last one, dy by dx is equal to, last just one more step, dy by dx is equal to 1 into 3x square is what? 3x square e raised to x cube. It doesn't matter whether you write 3x square before or after the what? E raised to x cube, you may get the what? Mass. You can write before or after e raised to x cube. Yes. Now let us two more problems, important problems in the next page. Y is equal to e raised to sine inverse x. As we know that the what? Derivative of sine inverse x. Derivative of sine inverse x is what? This is what? Inverse trigonometric function 1 by root of 1 minus x square. Yes. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y is what? Dy by dx. Derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. That is, here instead of x, what is here? Sine inverse x is there. First, in the first step, derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. Instead of x, what is here? Sine inverse x. Keep e raised to sine inverse x as it is. And derivative of this sine inverse x is what? 1 by root of 1 minus x square. This is the standard function. Further, it cannot be differentiated. Write the last step. Dy by dx. Dy by dx is equal to 1 into e raised to sine inverse x is what? E raised to sine inverse x divided by root of 1 minus x square. I think you get the what? Clear idea for this problem. So once again, see the explanation. E raised to x means what here? Sine inverse x is there. E raised to sine inverse x derivative is what? E raised to sine inverse x. Then derivative of sine inverse x is what? 1 by root of 1 minus x square. Then the next last step, 1 into e raised to sine inverse x is what? E raised to sine inverse x divided by what? Root of 1 minus x square. So let us try to solve the what? Another problem. Differentiate e raised to x with respect to x. Take the given function as what? Y is equal to e raised to cos x. Sorry, e raised to cos x it is. You have to write the given function by taking y is equal to differentiate with respect to x. Dy by dx. Derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. Instead of x, what is here? Cos x. Derivative of this cos is what? Minus sin x. Minus sin x, and derivative of x is what? 1. No need to write that one, because 1 into because 1 into something number is what? Again that same number will appear. E raised to cos x, right? Minus sign outside, sin x. Yes. Next problem, if y is equal to sin log x, right? Y is equal to sin log x. Here two functions are there, sin, log and x. Three functions are there. It is going to differentiate 3 times. Differentiate with respect to x. Derivative of y, dy by dx. Derivative of sin is what? Cos log x as it is. Derivative of log x is what? 1 by x. First differentiate the sin, keep log x as it is, then differentiate the log 1 by x. Then x derivative is what? 1. Then dy by dx is equal to, last step, 1 into cos log x. Cos log x divided by what? X. If y is equal to log sin x, March 2014, question number 5 for 1 marks. This question has been asked in the year what? March 2014. Y is equal to log sin x. Differentiate with respect to x. Y will become what? Dy by dx after differentiating with respect to x. Derivative of log is what? 1 by x. Instead of x, what is here? Sin x is there. And one more important thing, derivative of sine. Listen here, observe here, sine is in the what? Denominator. Its a derivative you have to write always in the numerator. If the sine and cos or tan or whatever function it may appear in the denominator, then the derivative of that denominator function we have to always write into what? Numerator. Derivative of sin x is what? Cos x. And derivative of x is what? 1. See here once again, derivative of log is what? 1 by x. 1 divided by x. Instead of x, what is here? Sin x is there. Derivative of sin x is what? Cos x. Derivative of x is what? 1. 1 into cos. Cos by sin is what? Dy by dx is equal to 1 into cos x divided by what? Sin x. Cos by sin according to the what? Formula of trigonometric functions reciprocal relationship, that is cot x. Yes. Next problem, differentiate log cos e raised to x. Differentiate log cos e raised to x. Take y is equal to log cos e raised to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Observe this problem. First we are to apply the what? Derivative of log, and derivative of cos, then derivative of e raised to x, then derivative of x. Over time it is going to be differentiate. Till the end we have to differentiate. Dy by dx is equal to derivative of log is what? 1 by x. Instead of x, what is here? Cos e raised to x. This derivative of this cos is what? Minus sin e raised to x. Derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. Derivative of x is what? 1. Yes. This 1 into sin is what? Sin. This sin by cos. Sorry. Wait a moment. I have to write this one as it is first. This sin by cos. Sin by cos is what? Tan. Sin by cos is what? Tan. And dy by dx is equal to, take minus sign outside, tan e raised to x into e raised to x into 1 is what? E raised to x. Yes. Differentiate log of log x. Take the given function y is equal to log of log x. Differentiate with respect to x. Dy by dx. Derivative of log is what? 1 by x. Instead of x, what is here? Log x is there. 1 by log x. Derivative of this log is what? 1 by x. Derivative of x is what? 1. Here derivative of log is what? 1 by x. Instead of x, what is here? Log x. Then derivative of log x is what? 1 by x. Then derivative of x is what? 1. 1 into 1 into 1 is what? 1. Then dy by dx is equal to, in the numerator is what? 1. X into this log x, x into this log x. X into this log x is what? X log x. Yes. Next one, July 2019, y is equal to cos inverse of e raised to x. Take y is equal to cos inverse of e raised to x. As we know that derivative of cos inverse x is what? Minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. Use this concept. Instead of x, what is here? E raised to x is there. Yes, instead of x, what is here? E raised to x. Differentiate with respect to x. Dy by dx. Derivative of cos inverse is minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus e raised to x bracket square. And derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x. Derivative of x is what? 1. Yes. Once again, derivative of cos inverse is what? 1 by minus 1 by root of 1 minus x square is there. So instead of x, what is here? E raised to x, that is minus 1 by root of 1 minus e raised to x bracket square, then derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to x, then derivative of x is what? 1. Yes, 1 into e raised to x is what? E raised to x, then dy by dx is equal to minus e raised to x divided by root of 1 minus e raised to x into 2 is what? 2x. That is, we are using what? A raised to m into a raised to n is what? A raised to m into n, law of exponent. That is 2 into x is what? 2x, or x into 2 is what? 2x. Differentiate, next problem, differentiate cos, take y is equal to cos log x e raised to x. Differentiate with respect to x. First derivative of cos, then derivative of log, then derivative of e raised to x, then derivative of x. Here dy by dx, derivative of cos is what? Minus sine, write the bracket values as it is, log x plus e raised to x. Derivative of log x is what? 1 by x plus derivative of e raised to x is what? E raised to, here x derivative is what? 1. Here also x derivative is what? 1. Yes. And dy by dx is equal to minus sine log x e raised to x into 1 by x into 1, 1 by x, e raised to x into 1 is what? E raised to x. And it is also very important problem. Differentiate cos inverse of, take y is equal to cos inverse of sin x. Observe here, this sin x we are writing in terms of what? Sin x cos, that is by using the what? Complementary angles of what? Trigonometric function. Y is equal to cos inverse of cos 90 minus x. Cos 90 minus x means what? Sin x only. Yes, we are writing sin in terms of the what? Cos, by using the what? Complementary angles of trigonometric functions. According to inverse trigonometric function, if cos inverse of cos theta is what? Theta, then instead of theta is what? 5 by 2 minus x is there. Now y is equal to cos inverse of cos theta means what? 5 by 2 minus theta. That is what? 5 by 2. This theta means what here? 5 by 2 minus x is there. So differentiate with respect to x, this one. Dy by dx. Derivative of 90 is what? 0, because it is a constant. Minus and added. Derivative of x with respect to x is what? 1. So dy by dx is equal to what? Minus 1. Yes. Derivative, if y is equal to a raised to 1 by 2 log cos x to the base a to the base e, the base e. Listen carefully and observe here. Y is equal to a raised to log cos x to the base e raised to 1 by 2, by using the what property? N into log m is equal to what? Log m raised to n. It means 1 by 2 into log cos x, it is, that is log cos x raised to 1 by 2. 1 by 2 goes to the what? N into log m. There is also what? Same, n into 1 by 2 goes to the what? On the power of what? Cos x. So this y is equal to a raised to log root 1 by 2 means what? Root cos x. Now by the property of logarithm, a raised to log x is what? X. Instead of x, what is here? Root cos x is there. So a raised to log x is what? X. By applying this property, dy by dx is equal to differentiating, sorry, y is equal to root cos x, root cos x. On differentiating, we get dy by dx. Derivative of root is what? 1 by 2 root cos x. And derivative of cos is what? Minus sin x. I am writing here only sin x. This is the what solution of the problem. In this video, this much only. The next video we are going to solve the what remaining problem, and we are going to learn the what derivative of implicit functions. So hope you guys are clearing the what your concept. So please like, subscribe and share our channel for your better learning, and give the comment if you have any doubts. Thank you so much.